Hi friends, this is Joe Askins from YoChicago.com. Driving south on Canal Street on a very warm but slightly overcast Thursday afternoon. I'm about to take a left and head east on 18th, right up here at the light, because I'm heading to a place that I've never been to before. I'm going to the Ping Tom Memorial Park in Chinatown. Chicago Magazine once called this the most unrecognized or underappreciated park in all of the city. It fronts the river. It was built on old railroad land, starting in the the mid to late 1990s. And construction on the park continues to this day. We're actually passing over the park right now. We're kind of on an overpass here on 18th. I'm going to turn onto Wentworth in just a second and see if I can find a parking spot. And from here, we'll be able to go inside and take a look around. I think to truly appreciate what Ping Tom Park means to the people of the Chinatown community, you have to sort of understand what came before, or in this case, what went before. Back in the 1960s, there were two parks here in the Chinatown area that were demolished to make way for the Dan Ryan Expressway. So for about 30 years, there really were no large outdoor recreational spaces in the Chinatown neighborhood. And it wasn't until the early 90s when the Park District purchased this land. There were rail yards here. And starting in the mid-1990s, they started converting this park, converting the rail yards into this park that you see today. I mentioned as I was driving here, 18th Street cuts through the middle of the park, but it is elevated. And north of 18th, there are actually about 11 more acres that the Park District owns, and it plans on turning into parkland as well. At that point, it looks like there's fence up right now separating the park from that undeveloped land. But I'm guessing that the park will go ahead and extend under that overpass to join with the rest of those 11 acres. Apparently, it's going to take about $32 million to complete the park. Last summer or last fall, the city appropriated about $10 million toward the development of that, so we may see some of the park start to expand. Here we have a bust of Mr. Ping Tom, one of the most important characters in the history of Chinatown, and obviously the namesake for this park. He was the founder of the Chinese American Development Corporation. He was a graduate of Northwestern University. It says here that he received degrees in economics and law from Northwestern. He was the driving force behind the development of Chinatown Square, which is a very large retail development here in Chinatown. And I believe that he was instrumental in helping the Park District obtain a lot of this land to build this park. He actually passed away about 3 years before the park opened. So right now I'm standing on the northern boundary of Ping Tom Park, looking back toward the south. Here you can see the pagoda structure here right next to the river, which is probably one of the most defining characteristics of this park. At one point there was actually going to be an 11-story bell tower, also in the shape of a pagoda. I want to say that it was going to be down on the southern end of the park. In fact, the architecture critic and historian Lee Bay, when he was still writing for the Sun-Times, had said that that bell tower was going to be one of the most important parts of the park's design, but it never was finished. From here you can really get a sense of just the way that a lot of different elements of the neighborhood converge here in the park. Obviously you have kind of these rolling green lawns, but you also have the orange line passing through right now on the elevated tracks. You can see just this massive structure of this railroad bridge. And actually, if we just go beyond that, there are a whole lot of boats docked over here as well. In fact, there are some boats out on the river today. Saw a few trawling up and down a few minutes ago. It doesn't look like there are any here right at the moment. Swing over to the west a little bit, and there is this commercial loft building here. On the other side of the river, 18th Street passes by it. Looks like it's used primarily for office space at the moment, just judging by what I can see through the windows. And then some more industrial type buildings to the northwest. Pigtown Park has a large circular play lot, which right now are a little after 4. Has a few families out. Assorted playground equipment, lots of slides, lots of things to climb on, a nice swing set. And then even down here, you have enough room to play sort of a pickup game of some sort of tennis or pickle or something here. It's been a very well-received park. In 2001, both a Best Open Space Award from the Friends of Downtown, as well as an honor award from the American Society of Landscape Architects. The following year, in 2001, it won the Richard H. Driehaus Foundation Award for Architectural Excellence.